Mabuhay, Magandang gabi. I said it wrong the other day. I said Magandang Bube. Very good ube, everyone. It is a privilege to speak to you today. Like Moses, public speaking is not my cup of tea, but I'll do my best. Tonight's theme is about guidance from God. We can see time and time again that in the Bible, the Lord guides his people, from Noah building the ark to Moses leading the Israelites from Egypt. Tonight's verse from Joshua 3, chapter 3, verses 5 to 8, is a great example. From receiving the order to taking the stones, it was to be an act of faith and to serve as a reminder of the Lord's faithfulness and love to his people. Looking back a little bit farther, Moses leading the Israelites into the desert, when they had lost their way, the Lord spoke to Moses and guided him to raise a bronze serpent upon a pole in the middle of their camp. The Israelites needed only to look upon it to be healed from the serpent's venom. As he said in Deuteronomy 31:8, somewhere, the Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. How then can we put our trust in worldly guidance in things like a compass? A compass may fail with just a small amount of iron nearby, or a map, like these papers, can be torn or blown away. But the Lord is steadfast and eternal. His love, his mercy, and his guidance cannot fail. Guidance is based on a receive and obey system. The direction is given, and to be used, it must be obeyed. Such as in Isaiah chapter 30, verses 21, which is also here somewhere. Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, oh dear, this is the way, walk in it. Thank you. Just as in Joshua chapter 4, verses 4 to 7, taking the stones was an act of faith and obedience, and the stones also served as a reminder of the Lord's guidance to the Israelites. Not that page. Not that page. That one. Let me share with you a little bit of the start of my life. I was born in Seattle, and I was raised in a very unhealthy environment. My biological mother used to take me to her work at a diner, and two of her regular customers always came in after church, so she used to let this married couple babysit me, sometimes for days or weeks at a time. So eventually the couple started taking me to church with them, and I would cry nonstop. The lead pastor couldn't let me continue to interrupt the service, so one day he said to a young pastor, Pastor Paul, take this kid and get him out of here. When they placed me in the arms of the young pastor, miraculously, I stopped crying. After that, at every Sunday service, I was placed directly into Pastor Paul's arms for the entire of the service. He did very well. So Pastor Paul and his wife began to babysit me. This went on for a few months until my biological mother decided that it was time to leave town. Pastor Paul and his wife Gail knew they would not see me again, and knowing my situation, the Lord had guided them to rush down to that very diner and ask to adopt me. The adoption went through without an issue, and they welcomed me into their home, where I was then called Timothy. I was looked after and raised very well by loving parents. Since then, the Lord has guided me to my amazing wife, Pam, to having a loving and caring family of my own. We know we must listen to and trust in the Lord. What else can we take from a lesson? From our verses today? Well, we can look into our own homes and perhaps we can fill them with reminders of God's love and guidance for us within our own lives. Could be something like a picture or a letter detailing a moment when the Lord has guided us, or a Bible verse that we may cling to in moments of strife to serve to remind us that we are not alone. And we must trust in his guidance. I ask this of you today. How is the Lord guiding you? In what ways is he working in your own lives? Thank you.